All right. Cool. Let me mute this, and then I can watch the chat. It's been a while since I did a live stream, so I wanted to kind of stream my research progress and like kind of show people like what I do. All right. Cool. Bring this over here. Cool. So we are currently live. Four people watching. What's up, everyone? Hey, Sam, how you doing? Kind of just doing a post-market scan, kind of seeing what I got for tomorrow. Of course, the plays for today went really well with APDN. Hey, Dave, what's up, dude? Thanks, man. Hey, Melinda. Don't forget the likes in the chat. Our newest member. What's up, dude? It's funny. Don't forget the like came in today with like $30, and I think he played the APDN puts, and they just nailed it. This was like a really obvious pump and dump this morning, purely because I'll point this out to everyone, kind of my thought process on this. Okay. Difference between a short squeeze and a pump and dump. All right. I'm going to break it down for you, right? I'm going to break down the thought process of short squeeze and pump and dump really fast, right? This is going to be a really easy one, right? So the stock was trading at 70 cents. There was a catalyst that happened, right? A news release that happened that caused the stock to gap all the way up to $6 per share, right? It was this PCR test for APDN, right? And funny thing is, if anyone does any research on monkeypox at all, you don't really need a PCR test to diagnose monkeypox, first of all. But second of all, the company that went from 70 cents to like $6.60 has like no earnings per share. Like they've been just bleeding capital. Look at this. Look at their earnings. Trash. Dog water. The next earnings is on August 11th. And so far, they don't have any way of making a profit. And they went from 70 cents to $6.60 with, I'm sure, a lot of debt on the books. So that makes no sense at all. Whenever you have these news releases that are catalysts and the catalyst doesn't provide the company with instant cash, no fundamentals have changed. So this is what I call hype buying, or in other words, pump and dump, right? And one of the other things that you can check just to make sure you don't get screwed in plays like this is the short interest. And we did. The short interest of the free float on this is only 8%, which tells me not even close to short squeeze territory. And only 17% of the free float is currently on loan, which tells me, and it's not short. See that? So 9% of the people borrowed this and they're preparing to short it. So that tells me pump and dump. They bought down here, they borrowed a ton of stock at the top, and they're about to short it down. That's what that tells me. So that's kind of how I identify a stock that's about to get dumped on, right? And just today alone, since I called this out in the pre-market, it went down about 40%. We bought out of the money puts at the 250 strike, which is here. And I had this little window down to 75% because that's the maximum drop that Ortex predicted. It's like about here, right? So Ortex predicts the maximum the stock's going to drop from highs is about $1.50. I probably wasn't going to play it that risky. I was probably just going to cash out at 250, like right when those puts come in the money, because when the put comes in the money, the delta is going to skyrocket and it's going to look like this. So I have the option calculator out. I put this in the Discord earlier, but we're currently sitting like right here at, positive 43% or $104 profit. We'll bump this down to one contract so it makes more sense. So we're currently about here, $13 profit per $25 contract, right? Which is huge, right? Okay, I see you, Sam, one sec. And then every 10 cents the stock goes down from here is another 7% gain, okay? Give or take. So massive profits on the horizon. At 250 when these puts come in the money, it goes up even more. It goes up like 13% per 10 cents, which is huge, right? So if it does get to 250, we'll be up 137% per put. So for every $25 entry or $30 entry, you're going to make about 41 bucks. So that's a quick way to double or triple your account value, like overnight, basically. Just because it's a pump and dump and you missed out on the pump part doesn't mean you can't make money on the dump part. And I think a lot of retail investors don't understand how to play short. And the biggest analogy that I always say is every business in the stock market is like opening a restaurant, right? I think there's some ridiculous statistic like 80% of restaurants fail or something like that within the first year that they open. I think businesses are even worse. And no one really tells you that, because if you're a business that needs to seek outside investors just to stay afloat and enter, your shares in the stock market, odds are you're going to fail as a business. If you're using other people to basically leverage debt and fund your business, you're more than likely going to fail. So not ever taking the bear side as a retail investor, I personally think is pretty risky. If you look at all these hedge funds and everything like that, there's a reason why they're mostly short, and it's because there's a lot of business models that are really easy to spot that aren't very successful. And it's easier to spot overvalue than undervalue by far. It's really hard for me to pick a diamond out of the rough rather than just look at the top and see things that are like questionable, you know what I mean? So I think that's why a lot of retail kind of struggle sometimes to just make quick money. Also, stocks go down way quicker than they go up usually. So it takes time for stocks to accrue value. So they go up like really slowly, and when stocks have a reason to tank, they usually tank like very fast. So could you please go over GME on Ortex, how GME looks in terms of utilization, cost to borrow? Yeah, sure. Remember, this data is not, it's probably not up to date by day. It's probably like every 2 days, something like that. Current short interest on GameStop is showing 25.91% of the free float is short. There is currently close to 40% of the free float on loan. So it looks like they're holding on to about 9% of the free float that they can knock us down with. Maybe they'll knock us and AMC down around the AMC earnings. It's possible. Let's see. Shares on loan. We have 92 million shares on loan. Days to cover, about 7 days. So a week to cover the short interest. If they decide to short squeeze this stock, expect the short squeeze to close over the course of a week. Okay. I think a spider just like landed right on my face. Like, what the heck was that? But anyways, can you do a video on playing a short? Yeah, so one of the ways that you can play short, Melinda, is basically, I use Ortex a lot because Ortex is really helpful. I don't expect you all to have Ortex because it's really expensive, but that's what I'm here for. If you ever want me to do any research on a ticker or anything, I'll do it for you, 100% free, whenever you need it. But okay, so trading symbols. Ortex has these trading symbols, so they have professional analysts and algorithms and stuff that pick out plays every day, and I sift through these plays and I kind of decide like which ones are worth taking. So I look at success rate is a big thing for me, and the mean return is a big thing for me. So it's not enough to just be a very, very convicted in your play. I also want a play that's going to make me and make my viewers money. Okay? BNGO. Recently got a buy symbol. Minimum return 34%, max return 921%. Okay, so this is a risky play, right? We could potentially lose 35%, but we could also potentially gain 930%. So this is immediately jumping at me. A buy in BNGO. Let's take a look at BNGO. All right. I remember this ticker was trading at like $9 per share at one point, and now it's at $2.24. So, of course, it's a short squeeze stock. It was trending on Reddit for a while. This is kind of like how I scout plays. So, at this point, if I know that the ticker has some room to go up to the tune of like 196%, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to alert the call side of the trade. So that way, odds are if you're alerted to one of my calls, my algorithm is 85% success rate. So if you buy a call today, odds are tomorrow, like right here or right here, that call is going to be up like 10 to 40%. You can take your profit and leave. That's what I do every single day. But let's say 15% chance my algorithm is wrong. Okay, stock goes over here. Your calls are now negative, right? But Ortex says in 10 days, expect 196% returns. If you have a 2-week out contract, you can just hold through your contract through that negative until it's positive, and then you can offload it up here and still make money. So that's kind of how I'm using Ortex with my algorithm to make everyone even more guaranteed returns. And we've actually cut out that success rate of the algorithm from like 85. Now it's up to like 95, 96. I don't even know, because we just started implementing Ortex like yesterday. So that was just crazy. I think Sam was also asking about cost to borrow. Cost to borrow is currently at 36%. That's actually really high for GameStop. The Discord is so much fun. Yeah, we do that every day. The bot just posts the plays in there. I set all the alerts for the bot overnight, and I talk about stuff in the morning. HKD was inevitable. Yeah, HKD was a little insane. In my opinion, I think they used HKD as like a short squeeze like test. In my opinion, I think that they wanted to see just how high retail would buy at, and there was people on Reddit that were saying that they bought it like $1,800. Like there's one dude that bought like right here and then held it all the way down to like here. It's insane. I lurk the Discord a ton. I'm very green, so I just absorb. Oh, that's cool, Will. You can just hang out. I even recommend like just opening a paper account if you're not confident and just trying to trade with paper money for a little bit. I started with that for a long time. After my first major loss in the market, when I was kind of dipping my toes in, that kind of made me like paper trade for a little while, and I got really good. Bed Bath & Beyond. You want a Bed Bath & Beyond update, huh? So Bed Bath & Beyond today was very, very swingable, by the way. Very, very swingable. I know people that were scalping this like crazy today. Puts down to calls, up to here, then back into puts, and then seeing where tomorrow goes. But I think this put symbol was after hours. Yeah. And the calls from yesterday were great. Just Bed Bath & Beyond has just been such a beauty to swing. It made me money today. I think I was up like 40%. It was insane. I was up 40% overnight because I bought these calls back here yesterday. And today I sold them like right here. When I saw the put symbol print, I remember selling my Bed Bath & Beyond calls. And I think I put them inside the Win Posts channel. If I didn't, I can post it there right now. But you're probably interested in Bed Bath & Beyond short interest and whatever. So we'll go to Bed Bath & Beyond. We'll go to short interest. Still says it's 45% short of the entire free float. That's a lot of short interest. And the stock has only gone up like a $1 per share. It's not a lot. Free float percentage on loan is like 73%. Shares on loan, 50.9 mil. Days to cover, I've been putting this days to cover out. It takes about 6 days to cover, right? So Bed Bath & Beyond has been running since about here, we'll call it. This day. So this is August 1st, Monday, right? It's been running for 3 days. Keep that in mind, 3 days. Ortex says the days to cover is about a little under 6, right? So we can expect that Bed Bath & Beyond, if they're trying to cover all the short interest this week, Friday would technically be the peak. So it'd be like over here, right? Now, another way to look at this, and short squeezes in general are, as the short squeeze progresses and the price gets higher, the more exponentially shorts get squeezed. Okay, so I am going to point that out there. Typically, that's how short squeezes work. So let's just say that the stock moved the dollar and the short interest didn't really change that much, and shorts tried piling in here, but then it gapped up another dollar. Now these shorts are trying to cover on top of this dollar. And it just gets more and more exponential and gets more and more crazy as it goes up. And they run out of more and more shares, it gets even crazier. The things that kill short squeezes, and I'm going to put this out there to everyone, the major thing that kills short squeezes are big holders reducing or trimming their shares. So if we look at Bed Bath & Beyond, we can go to holders right here. We see BlackRock is the biggest holder, right? They have 15.59 million shares. So typically how short squeezes will run is, as long as BlackRock holds all their shares and lets this thing run, it's going to keep running and running and running until whoever's short gets those shares from BlackRock when they decide to sell like a 1 million share order. Like BlackRock will start trimming at a certain price point, and let's just say that price point for BlackRock, it's not, but just hypothetically, is like $9 per share, right? Let's say at $9 per share, BlackRock is perfectly happy with selling some shares, right? And they sell 1 million shares. Well, now those 1 million shares are now borrowable, and those 1 million shares are used by short sellers at this price point, which is above fundamental value, to short the stock down to here. And unless retail can buy up 1 million shares real fast with what little uncoordinated capital retail has, because we're just retail, we don't coordinate with each other's and cause short squeezes. They just naturally happen when hedge funds squeeze other hedge funds, and we just kind of ride the wave. Whatever direction they want it to go, it's typically going to go that way. So that's how these short squeezes kind of play out. I'm curious to what HKD looks like. I remember I looked at this, but let's see the meh. Looks like it's almost holding 382. Probably if I drew this correctly. Yeah, it's like right at the 382. Meh. I just don't see why anyone would invest in this. Like, it became like the 21st most richest company overnight. That doesn't make any sense. You know what I mean? I'm just like, what? Like, what is retail thinking? Just buying a share at $1,800 of a company that gained all of its wealth just overnight. I don't know. I would not be one of those people. How about KRKR? Huh? That was one that I was in with just shares because it didn't sell options. And yeah. I bought shares at close over here at like 150 and then sold them like all the way at like 180 or something like that. Was able to scalp some good profits off of just shares on that thing. That was crazy. It does seem like it's short squeeze season right now. Like everything's just squeezing. These all look like RSI. Ooh, yeah, BNGO is a short squeeze event. They trimmed this max return down to 818. It was like 900 something, and they increased the min return. They increased their loss, so the mean return is now down to like 48%. Here's another RSI symbol. Short squeeze and RSI symbol? I feel like BNGO is going to be a major player tomorrow. Another buy symbol, BNGO today. Should we look at BNGO's chart through Ortex and see these? Let's take a look at BNGO's chart. Short squeeze type 3, RSI, Wednesday, August 3rd, Wednesday, August 3rd, Wednesday, August 3rd. All three of these tripped today. Super bullish on BNGO, looks like. I feel like I have to add this to the alerts. By the way, if you don't know how to set your own alerts, I'll show you how to do it right now. Let me just erase some of this clutter from my screen so I can actually trade this tomorrow when I just look at it and it's just all red lines. And I'm at work on my phone for 10 quick seconds. Alright. SMTC didn't really play out. Get rid of that. This didn't really play out. Get rid of that. This didn't really play out. Get rid of that. EVGO can stay. Revlon can stay. CSIQ, I'm still swinging this. This is a really interesting value play, and I made good money off of it the first time I swung it, and I'm like currently down $5 the second time I'm trying to swing it. Not worried about it though. It's probably going to go to like $40 by the end of the week just off of fundamental value. CHMI, whatever. BW, whatever. We'll get rid of some of this clutter. We'll put some new stuff in here. APDN, I'll keep APDN in here just in case anyone else wants to load puts on it. Workhorse, we're going to keep Workhorse calls. I do believe that that stock's short squeezing as well. Select my algo, calls, once per bar. Create. Boom, done. Oof, I should have done that during regular trading hours so it doesn't tick on non-regular hours. Delete, add, once per bar, calls, sweet. All right, and then let's look at some other signals. Immersion Corporation, terrible returns. I don't care about 9%. My viewers don't care about 9%. We want stuff that's going to flip accounts. All right. Looking at Horizon Therapeutics, terrible returns. Terrible returns. EPS type 3. Ooh, another short squeeze down here. No data on it. That's weird. Should I look at this? Is it even worth looking at? Let's take a look at the holders first. Pretty split. Look at the shorts. Short interest only 0.88% of free float. What is this, a joke? That must have been some kind of programming error. Let's see. 9%, not worried about it, not worried about it, not worried about it. 52%, high success rate. Ooh. EPS type 2, so this is a fundamental play. Headwater Corporation, HWK or HWX? Ooh, this is looking juicy. Fundamental play. Oh, whoa, massive fundamental play. What? Last earnings, it was at $6.30. They beat by 66%. Soared all the way up to $8.50, 20 cents, something like that. Now they're back at less than $6. Next earnings is August 11th. Surely they must price in better. This company makes money. Surely they must price in better earnings. What? I can see a $1 to $2 swing off of this, and it's currently showing calls. That's super bullish. Super bullish. Yeah, we're going to add that. I like that. I love that. HWX. And the stock is so cheap that if the call order doesn't fill, could literally just exercise and sell shares. I don't even care. That is awesome. Let me see what the volume on this is, actually. Volume. Less than 1 million. Only 500,000. Ugh. Do they have options? HWK. Or HWX, sorry. It's not even tradable on Robinhood. Well, that solves that. Can't even trade it. So might as well take that alert off. Yep. If you can trade it and you want to trade it, that's a legitimate play. But it's super low volume, so I would only trade shares. Just buy shares and sell shares. Whoa. 1,400% gain on a BNGO RSI symbol? Hello? BNGO is showing some ridiculous symbols for tomorrow. I feel like BNGO is a guaranteed play tomorrow. Just buy shares. Screw it. It's only $2.50 a share. United Therapeutics Corporation. Definitely gonna have to brief BNGO tomorrow. Horizon. Pure Capital Corp. Max return 56%. Min return minus gross only 10%. Microchip Technology. Gross. 52%. Headwater. Nope. Acadia Pharmaceuticals. Event PDUFA day before. It's another pharmaceutical company that had an event and it's telling us to sell it. ACAD. This could be another like play similar to the one we just did. Let's see what the event was. New drug application with FDA. Rett syndrome prospective treatment. I don't know much about Rett syndrome. I know a lot about monkeypox, so it's hard for me to make this biopharma decision. But the stock went from $14 to $15.80. And it's currently showing calls right now. I don't think it's the best play. Also, this company is bleeding money though. And their next earnings is coming out on the 9th, and they have no way of making money. It's quite possible that their earnings on the 9th is a huge miss. What's the recommended hold time on that? 1 day? They're saying if you hold this for 1 day, you can make 17% down. So they're saying in 1 day, they expect this thing to go to like $12. Oh. It's done it before recently. What caused it to go down over here? Holy cow. So look, this is the last run up that they had. On the 14th of June, what happened then? Nothing. Jefferies upgraded them. So Jefferies bought in. Shares rose, Jefferies sold. Stock fell. Here we are again. Shares got pumped. Stock's probably going to fall because Jefferies is going to sell more shares right before earnings, when earnings are bad. You know, Vortex is actually starting to make more sense on this one. Maybe I will play puts. What's the volume on this? 2.18 million. Those puts will sell too. $2.4 billion market cap on this company? What? Hold on. What? Annual? Their net income has been bleeding millions every single year for the last 5 years. Quarterly, bleeding more and more. What the heck? Yeah, I'm playing puts. Options, puts, once per bar, create. Done. Next. $32%. One day. Market cap super small on this one. TIG. Whoa. Earnings weren't terrible. Let's see what happened last earnings. Earnings weren't terrible, stock went up, and then after a little while, stock trailed back down to the same level. Monkey Man, this dude full of crap, called AMC MOAS last year, flop clown. Called AMC MOAS last year? Who, me? I mean, there's tons of people that called MOAS last year. Didn't happen, here we are. But taught us how to be better traders. Let's see. I don't think TIG is that great of a play, to be honest. I'm gonna keep combing. Hoth Therapeutics. Major spike on this one, holy cow. Would have loved to short it there. But it looks like an OTC. I think that's literally all the interesting plays. I guess we could sort by mean return, but it's probably not going to show us anything new. Goldfields Limited. GFI. It's bullish for what reason? EPS. Okay, earnings per share. Let's take a look. Earnings per share is positive, positive, positive. Slight miss, but okay. Market cap 8.4 billion, so it's a pretty big company, and average volume 6.4, so calls would sell. Recommended holding time on this play? 89 days. Whew. To make what, 40%? You have to hold it 89 days? Jeez. I don't know if that's worth it. Not really my cup of tea. I'd rather let my money work a little bit faster. Mean return on this one is 38% on Tupperware Brands Corp. Maybe we'll be trading Tupperware tomorrow. Holy cow, look at this. Massive earnings beat. Max return 107%, average return 40%. Showing 40% returns. I like how it responds to calls and put symbols. It looks good. Volume 13 million, so it's decent volume. Question is, can I trade options on this ticker? TUP. Yes, I can. Interesting. Let's go for calls. All right, the rest of the returns don't really look that great, so I think the biggest plays for tomorrow, BNGO, of course. GFI might be interesting for a long-term player that's all for value and whatnot. Tupperware, possible quick play. It's only a 9-day turnaround. If you can flip some value out of it, like 10% in 3 days, that'd be awesome. But, yeah, those are the big ones that I see. IRBT, I'll take a look at that too. IRBT. Holy cow. It's bullish on it. 23% return, 20 days though. It's about a percentage a day. Don't really care about that. Well, short squeeze symbol on ENVB. Free float on loan 21%. Zero short interest though. Holders. No massive shareholders. Oh, there's only 1 million shares. What? Wait. There's only 1 million shares. Someone holds 30% of the company. Someone holds 10% of the company. 10% of the company. 50%'s on lockup. 20% of the free float is on loan. Interesting, to say the least. Interesting, ENVB. Holy crap. Whoa. Went from $6 to $14. Is there options on this? Maybe we could play the way down. ENVB. There is no options on this, ladies and gentlemen. No options. Darn. That might just be a pump and dump. I don't even know. Because the top investor isn't like a BlackRock or a Vanguard. It's like an individual investment firm. So I'm going to leave that one alone and stick to the plays that we put on there. So puts on ACAD, calls on Tupperware, calls on BNGO, calls on Workhorse are still in the open. Workhorse, great performer today. Called the short squeeze on it this morning, and it's up quite a bit. APDN puts on that as well. Steel Corp fundamentally is supposed to do good over the next few days. We have these calls right here currently in the negative, but it's fine. We're just going to hold on to that. EVgo, this one was predicted to go up as well due to short squeeze. We have calls on it. However, as you can see, no calls really printed today at all on the algo. So never got an entry on that, but massive run. So sweet. Yeah, I think that concludes the scouting for tomorrow. I'm pretty excited. We have 3 solid plays at least. So, you know, there's options there, and as the symbols come into the Discord, look to play those. Also, as you hold these plays, look to play defense as well. So we're not just playing offense on the 3 tickers going forward, but we're also going to play defense on the ones that we're currently holding. So looking forward to it. It's going to be a fun day tomorrow, and see you in the Discord. Should be fun. Peace.